Okay, I'm excited to reintroduce Mike Gesicki. Obviously, he's been a big part of what we did last year, and what you love about Mike is he's about all the things we want to be about. He's been consistent over the course of his career. He's a great piece of what we want to do on offense. We got a lot of faith in him. Myself as a head coach, as a play caller. I know Joe Burrow and he have a lot of chemistry together in the passing game. And so it was really critical that we got him back to enable us to continue to do the things that we do really well on offense. And again, he's a big part of this team as well. As a veteran leader on the team, leads by example. Guys respect the heck out of him. And so anytime we can continue to keep those guys around and continue to build on all the momentum that we gained with Mike last year, we're really excited to do that. So excited to welcome back Mike, and I'll turn it over to him.
All right, I'll leave it up to you guys. I have no opening statement, so.
What does it mean to you, Mike, to be back with a team that obviously had a tremendous offense last year with Joe Burrow?
Yeah, it means a ton. It means everything. Honestly, this is really all I've been chasing in my career for the last going on year 8, just to be valued, to be appreciated, and to be wanted long term. It's super cool to kind of see all that kind of stuff come to fruition.
What does it mean to you to have the moments out of your gear after
Yeah.
the last few years being like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the longest deal I've had since I got drafted, So it's cool to, especially with the journey that I've kind of been on. I had franchise tag, which was 1-year deal, New England 1-year deal, last year, like pretty much just begging everybody in the building to just give me a chance to come to Cincinnati. Like I knew that if I got my foot in the door here, that it was going to be the perfect situation. So now to capitalize on that and kind of see the vision before it happened, to kind of see that be what it is today. I'm super grateful, and it feels good to be appreciated, to be wanted, to be valued. So I'm excited about it.
Talk about being wanted. What was it like when Joe was talking at the Super Bowl and your name shows up in the list?
Yeah.
Were you expecting that? Did you talk to Joe before that? What did you think when you heard him?
Did not talk to Joe before that. I am like that picture on Twitter. You see the dude like pointing at himself on the couch. Like that was me literally on my couch. I was sitting there with my wife, and I was like, I literally looked. I was like, Hallie, like I think he's talking about me. Like, so when he said that, it was awesome, just because like it shows that the chemistry that we were able to build on the field, and the plays that we made on the field, and the chemistry off the field, like it all translated to that. And so it was a really cool moment. We definitely got some good laughs out of it. But I do, I mean, I'm going to work my tail off every single day for the Cincinnati Bengals, but for Joe Burrow, because I mean he did so much for my career last year, just giving me the opportunity and believing in me and trusting in me that, hey, all right, yeah, Mike's going to win. Like I'm going to throw him the ball here when you got Jamar and T who are attracting attention. But then off the field, doing things like that in the media, just mentioning my name and things like that. So it was awesome.
How much do you think, obviously the Bengals wanted you back, but how much do you think Joe being so much in your corner was a big part of the reason this got done for you?
Yeah, I think that definitely helped. I think that definitely helped. Joe, like I said, I owe a lot to him, and I'm super grateful for our friendship, and it's been cool to kind of watch that develop, and definitely having the best quarterback on planet Earth have your back, that helps.
How much does that factor in the decision when you could have stayed with the agency, but how much did you factor that in with whatever the financial compensation would have been had you been in the market?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely knew that I was going to take the Joe Burrow tax, so I knew that, and I was like, I'm cool with it, so it makes it easy to come back to a place like this with a head coach like Zach Taylor, with offense coordinator like Dan Pitcher, and tight end coach James Casey, my guy Brad, who draws up the third down plan. Like there's so many different guys that that were in the back of my mind as I'm thinking about do I test the market, and I'm you hear about your value and all that kind of stuff and what it could be. And at that point, it's just like this is what I wanted. I wanted to go to Cincinnati, and I wanted to be in an offense that allowed me to, reach my potential. And I think that this place gives me everything that I'm looking for.
How much better do you think you and the offense in general can get next year?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely room to grow. I think that there was a lot of production last year from so many different guys, but I think that there's another level to tap into. So whether it just be myself or collectively as an offensive unit, I think that there's a lot of things that we're going to go back to the drawing board and get back to work.
Who have you heard from? Who have you heard from since the deal leaked out last week?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of teammates here, obviously. There's a couple of them. I've heard from Charlie Jones immediately. He was freaking out. Andre, that's kind of like our squad there. Tanner Hudson hit me up immediately. Chase Brown. Talked to Joe. Joe is, like I said, a man of very few words, but like he was excited, so I was excited. T texted Charlie Jones because I hadn't had his number at that point and said, "Nah," in all caps, "Nah, Mike is rich," and then I got a text from T a couple minutes later saying congrats. So now I got T saved in the contacts. I mean it's just cool. Like this is a fun team. It's a lot of good guys. And you got to give credit to Zach because like he lets everybody be themselves. So he's as long as you come in here with the right mindset, the respect of the organization, and you work hard, like be yourself and go make plays on Sunday, and you got no problems here. So it's a great organization to be a part of, and all the guys are incredible.
How much are you just like any other fan who's waiting to hear the latest on T and Jamar, hoping that they get their deals?
Yeah. Luckily, Jamar, I mean, he's under contract, so like he's gonna be here, but it's just like that he deserves what he deserves. So like you're waiting for just that congratulations of him to say that. And then T obviously getting the tag, I got tagged once. Like there's so many different avenues that you can take. But that's just another guy that like you wanted that guy in your organization for so many different reasons because of the person that he is and the player that he is. So I do understand his side of it because when you get tagged, there is so many different ways you can handle it, and I think that he handles it incredibly. And just another guy that you hope gets what he deserves. So then I can text him and say, "Nah, T, you're rich." So.
What's it been like watching Burrow be so vocal with these offseason about the guys he feels like should be, compensated fairly, like advocating for you and other teammates? What's it been like seeing a quarterback be so public about that?
Yeah, I think it's awesome because he knows how talented he is and what he's capable of with the correct pieces around him, and I think that he's just trying to do what's best for himself and what's best for the organization, and I think that everybody understands that. I don't think anybody takes it in a negative way. So it's cool to kind of see him take that leadership role.
For you personally going through it, there's so many guys obviously the offseason, you talked about Jamar and T, knowing that the Bengals have a lot of responsibilities to try to get things done. How did you handle that personally when you were figuring out their free agency or not?
Yeah, I mean, I knew going into it, there's a lot of guys that are really talented. You look at Trey and T and Jamar, B.J. Hill, like the list goes on and on of so many guys that you obviously want to bring back and you want to make everybody happy and you want to compensate everybody the way that they want to be compensated. So like I'm realistic. Like I didn't think like I should take a massive chunk and then like Jamar comes in here mad at me. Like no, like that's not what it is. Like so like I know where it is. I know what my market should be, and I know what I was willing to leave out there to stay here and all that kind of stuff. So you just got to be realistic about it and know what you want, and so that's kind of just how I attacked it.
Where was the biggest growth in your game last year? Where do you think you kind of developed the most?
I think just being able to play all the spots on the offense. You know, there was a couple times where we were down a couple of receivers, and they would just be like, "Hey, Mike, like you're gonna play Z, and like we're just gonna call it how it is. Like you know all the plays. Yeah, sure, I got it. Like let's just roll." So I think just the versatility of being able to play a bunch of different spots, because there is unique matchups that you can get, and I think we saw that a couple different times last year. So I think the more that I can grow and develop in that, and then continue to add more in the run game, I think it's just going to show, you know, what this offense can continue to grow in with, you know, the package that I'm included in.
It sounds like BJ just agreed terms. I mean, what's that kind of?
Look at that. Look at that. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy.
What's that? I mean, what does he bring to the table? Like, what did you get to know him last year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the player he is, but I think even more importantly that is the guy that he is in the locker room, the leader he is. You know, the city loves him, the fans love him, everybody in the locker room loves him. So that's a huge piece, and that's super exciting to get back for the Bengals organization. So I'm happy for BJ. I'm happy for his family, and I'm sure that he was compensated well. So good for him. All right, guys.